Salam salam. Yes, Hamiti Kidukan. Thanks to God. Now, today I present to you arrays and strings in C++ programming. Introduction to arrays. What is arrays? What the benefit of arrays? How we use arrays in C++ programming? We will see the introduction part. Please, before starting watching my video, put or build the like button, subscribe and the bell button. Thank you. Let us start now the arrays. What is arrays mean? An array is used to process a collection of data of the same type. Example, a list of names. Example, a list of names or a list of temperature records for a certain consecutive days. So this what array is used to record or hold data of the same data type, having the same data type within a consecutive data scale. For example, list of students name, list of students mark, list of temperature records for a certain period of time. Why do we need arrays? Imagine keeping track of 5 test scores or 100 or million, 100,000 in memory. How would you name all the variables? How would you process each of the variables? So array is very important. An element of an array are related by the fact that they have the same array name and data type. What array is? Having the same array name and the same data type, and having more than one data values or elements in the array loop. For example, the number used to refer to a particular element of an array is called index or subscript. For example, I will show you in detail, but I list as a hint int h then put the array symbol here, open and close brace, and put the size of the array, for example 5. This means the integer data type having the age array name with 5 element values of that array. Good. The index must be an integer and indicates the position of the element or value in the array, not the value, the position, the location. That the element of an array are ordered by the index because indexes are used to locate the value of the elements of that array location. Good. Types of an array. There are two types of arrays. The first one is one-dimensional array. The second one is multi-dimensional array. Let us start by the first one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array declaration. From the declaration in numbers 5, for example. This is array name, this is the array data type, and this is the array number of elements. Good. A typical declaration of an array in C++ syntax is type, name, and its size, as you see from this example. Good. The array size used to declare an array must be a constant expression in standard C++. Based on the language that have allow or rules of the language, C++ programming have its own standard expression to declare an array and to use this array elements. For example, the following code is illegal. Int size equals to 4. It is not standard declaration. It is not a standard declaration. Double my list size. Wrong. What the reason behind is that the array size should be declared like this: const int size equals 4. After that, you can use this size variable for to indicate the size of the array. I think it is clear. In order to use the array size variable, in place of the array size place here, you should declare the integer or the variable in constant type. Const int size equals to 4. After that, you can use this size variable here, or unless you should put the number 4 as it is. The number 4 as it is. This is the correct expression for C++ array declaration. Good. If arrays have the same element type, they can be declared together that are separated by commas. For example, double list A, comma, list B, 25, comma. We have two arrays having different array size, but the same array type, data type. Good. Array initialization, for example, when we can use assign values to members of an array at the point of declaration using the following syntax: type array name, array size. This is the array data type, this is array name, and this is the array element size. It depends on you. You can give different values of image array sizes. So value 1, comma, value 2, comma, value k. So this value is depend on the value of, or the elements, the number of elements that you initialize here. You want to initialize here. If, for example, if you have 1, 2, 3 values, you should take this 3 as the array size. If you add more as this value to 1, 2, 3, 4, you change this value to 4. This is array size, or the number of elements that you have to put. For example, int numbers 5, array size. This is array name. This is the array data type. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values or 5 elements. An array having 5 elements is declared and initialized like this way. This is called array initialization or array initializer. Good. Declares and initializes the array numbers with 5 elements in a single statement, makes it equivalent to the statement shown below. This expression is equivalent to this. First, you declare this array data type name, then the array size. After that, you use this array name and this index value to initialize this element. This is the array element, this is the array index, or the location of this element were found in your array. You declare the array. This array starts index 0 and ends at the array length minus 1 because it starts from 0. The first index value is, or the first index location is 0, and the last index of an array is array size minus 1. Let, for example, array size is equals to n. Let we say n array size is equal to n. So the first location of or the first index of the array is 0 and the last index of the array is n minus 1. We will see details. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget. Any members also please subscribe. Okay, then the numbers 1, the numbers 2, the number 34. This is the index of the array. And this is the elements of this array. In order to access this value, this element value, you should call the address or the index of that array location. Good, I think that's clear. Okay, continue. When declaring an array of a local scope within a function, if we do not specify otherwise, it will not be initialized, so its content is undetermined until we store some values on it. You cannot expect to limit the size of the array because you may add some element values to the array. So after you enter all necessary informations of that array or maximum numbers of the array element, the compiler automatically recognizes what is the array size, counts the array size, the number of elements in the array, and put the value of that array index by automatically. Good. Then the next one, for example, as you see here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, array size 5. As you see here, this is default value or null value by default, and after you want starting filling this value, when you add more, this size limits you. So in order to prevent this limitation, first you put or enter all array values or elements in your array, and the size is automatically calculated based on the array value or element. If we declare a global array outside any function, its content will be initialized with all its elements filled with 0, as I told you before, filled with 0. Thus, if in the global scope we declare like this one, good, int billy 5 having 5 array size looks like this. The compiler creates on your memory 5 boxes having this array name, 5 boxes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, having a default 0 value. Default 0 value. When we declare an array, we have the possibility to assign initial values to each one of its elements. Int build 5, 62, 77, 40, this value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 array size, and we fill this initialized value in this box. This is the value, and 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1. Okay, this is here, this is from here, and this is here. Sorry. Okay, so this is the index value, this is the element value of the array or the value of the array. Good. This looks like this. Okay, as you see here, using an array initializer, splitting the declaration and initializing part could use a syntax error. For example, thus the next statement is wrong. Double my list 4. My list is equals to 1.9, 2.9, 3.4, 3.5. It raises wrong or incorrect syntax for array initialization and declaration. C++ allows you to omit the array size when declaring and creating an array using initializer. For example, the string is fine because the compiler automatically figures out how many elements are in the array. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 array size. Okay, double my list 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 array size. Good. My list. Okay. No array to array assignments. You cannot assign one array to another array in C++. The following is wrong. For example, int a10, b10. This is different array names. So if their number of size is equal, but the array is different because this is array A, this is array B. Now, assign elements of array B to array A is illegal. So in order to assign all elements of the array B to array A, you use a loop statement. Instead, you have to do the assignment for each element in I. Now assign elements of array B to array A. Just use it. For I is equal to 0, I less than 10, meaning this, because I start from 0, so there is 10 elements or 10 array locations or indexes. I plus plus, then I of A of I equal to A of B, meaning from 0 of A of 0, A of 0, A of 0 equal to B of 0. No, it is the same as this. A of 0 is equal to B of 0. The same is all for I when I increment this up to 10. A of 10, A of 10 is equal to B of 10. This is the thing. So this expression is wrong. If you wanted to transfer or assign all elements of the first array to all elements of the array B to the first array, you use this way of expression or array assignment, assigning array or transferring array to the another array. The array shape should be the same. This is difficult. Another element is accessed by writing the name of the array followed by subscript or index of that array in square brackets. The first element in an array in C++ always has the index 0, as I told you before. The first index of array is 0, and the last is n minus 1. The last index of any array is n minus 1 if the size of the array is n. If the size of the array is n. Okay, so that to access each element in that array, to access all elements of that array, you should use the index of that array. You should use the index of that array. For example, for access the first element in the array, you use first index location of that array. The same is true for second, third, fourth, and fifth. The last index is n minus 1 if the number of array size is n1. To access the fifth looks like this. We can use loop to manipulate or process an array. Example for an exercise: if an array has 5 elements, what the highest index of valid element in the array? For example, the array size, for example, n is equals to what? 5. So the maximum of the highest index is n minus 1 is equals to 4. Okay, from here, what is the first index? The first index is 0 for any array. The first index is 0 and the last index is n minus 1, which is 4. In our case, n is 5. So 5 minus 1 is equals to 4, which is the answer of the solution. Good. Write the code required to declare an array of 10 integers called in array, the name of the array. Then initialize the array so that each element contains the value of its index. The array's index and the value of the elements of that index is the same. So we use a loop statement as a hint. We use a loop statement. So it looks like the answer. Int integer type array name having 10 integers or index sizes, array sizes. Int index the value or the element for index equal to 0, index less than or equal to 9, meaning 10 size because it includes 0, index plus plus, index from 0 to 10 including 10, excluding 10 including 9. Int array array name of index 0 is equals to index value 0. Yes, then in the array index 0, the array index looks like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to what? Up to 9, because it includes 0. The address or the location of the array is of the index of the array starts from 0 and index minus 1, and the value for each index and the value for each index is equal to what? Equal to its location or index. The element is equal to its index, because in the array index is equals to index. It starts from 0, 0 to 9. So what is the value for the first? 0. From this 1. From this 2. Because index plus plus. 3, 4, 5. Looks like this. So this is the solution. How it works or how it looks like. Then the third equation, write a plus plus program. Find the sum of the following numbers by using array and their by calculate their average. It should display the sum and average on 2 lines. Okay, good. 4, 3, 5, 2, 1. This is the array element. Write this plus program that finds the sum of the following numbers by using array and their by calculate their average. It should display the sum. Okay. We give array name int x is equals x 5 0 1 2 3 4, including 0 5. Array size is 5 and the arrangement is this one. To add this each array element we use for loop in sum equals 0 and average we also calculate. So by default sum is 0 from the beginning, and in order to read this all array elements we use a for loop. Int I start from 0, index location 0 up to index location last location less than 5. That means not include 5, excludes 5. I plus or index size plus plus. Sum is equal to sum plus x of 5. Sum from the beginning 0. 0 plus x. What is x of I? I is 0. X of I meaning 4. So sum is equals to 0 plus what? 4. Then I plus I is 1. From here sum is equals to 4. Then again sum is equals to 4 plus what is I? I 1 meaning here 0 1 0 1 here 2 here 3 here 4. This is the index of the array. So in order to access these elements we put this value to this x of I, x1 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4. We add consequently this value using this. We take the sum and add the I, increase the I, find the value, the location of that I value or element, and add the value. Then double average is equal to sum over. Okay, let us add 4 plus 3 again plus 5 in each new line plus 2 plus 1. We take in each line the sum of the result for sum the result of the operation. 0 plus 4 plus 3 0 plus 4 4 plus 3 7 plus 5 12 plus 40 plus 1 50 over 5 the number of the array size. Then the value is 3. When we see the output, this is the execution result of the program. Good. How it works detail you should exercise based on your ability or your improve your understanding, you can add more exercises, doing more exercises. Good. Then the fourth example is write a C++ program that accepts three numbers using one-dimensional array and then displays the code and then the accepted numbers to the screen. The array accepts one-dimensional array. Program says one-dimensional array from the user and displays it to the user. So you should do like this: constant number of array 3. Then you should continuously accept these array values or the elements of the array based on the location that you call. You should use a for loop. For example, enter the elements of the array. Okay, for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, n is what? 3. So I less than from 0 up to 3, meaning 3 elements or array values, I plus plus, enter a of I. See in a of I. Then you should give the value of elements 5, 1, 4. For a of 0, 5, a of 1, 1, a of 2, 4, 3 elements of that array, and display it. In order to display, you use again another for loop. I start from 0 to n, n is 3, n is 3 from here, I plus plus, I from 0 to 0, 1, 2. If I 3, it is false and the loop is terminated. So out of I blue line, out and the system powers. So I of a of I, a of 0 meaning the first element 5, a of 1 meaning the second element 1, a of 2 meaning the third element 4. Then 5, 1, 4 is displayed on the console screen of your IDE. It is the fourth exercise. Okay. Then the second one is bidimensional arrays or multidimensional arrays. In order to continue the next part, please like, subscribe this video. Thank you for our time. Thank you for watching my video.